Hi everyone, my name is Sarah Shoemaker with the Winger Group. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today we are going to one of my favorite furniture shops in downtown Rehoboth. It is right off of the main avenue and you can find all of your unique home furnishings, home decor here, and we're going to go interview the owner, Tabor Bartoszewski. So I'm here with the owner of Hunton Lane in Rehoboth Beach, Tabor Bartoszewski. So you've had a long time getting to this point, to this brand new shop in downtown Rehoboth, massive warehouse where you have a good amount of your furniture here, right? You have more somewhere else?
Yeah, well, we have some in storage, but this store is twice the size of our original store, so it's been a challenge, but fun to fill the whole store. So
very cool. And when did you get started in this furniture business?
So I started doing furniture 2011. I traveled to Indonesia first on a surfing trip after I finished college and ended up crashing a motorbike and broke my arm. So instead of sitting around watching the waves, I wanted to keep busy and find something interesting. So sort of immersed myself in the culture and just started traveling around to different regions. And each little region has like their own little pocket of handicrafts, like what they specialize in, and there's woodworking, there's metalsmithing, there's so many different things. So I kind of immersed myself in the furniture industry.
Very cool. And then a couple years later, you met your wife, Nadia, who is also a big part of the family business, and two small children.
Yeah, so I was back there 3 years later on business, building our designs and furniture to ship it back. And went to an area that I like to spend time in because it's kind of quiet. There's rice paddies and farmland and really good waves, and that's where I met my wife. Her family had a restaurant, bar, sort of homestay right there. And next thing you know, we were going surfing and drinking tequila. I don't know if I can say that on camera.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, so she's my partner now in life and in the business, and actually our first daughter was born in Indonesia while we were there, sourcing our pieces, building our collection.
And what is the time frame between when it takes you to pick out the furniture, put it in a container, and ship it back here, and you can unload it, get it in your warehouse?
So it's a bit of a process. It can take up to 6 months to actually get the idea or the design finished and get it back here. So we're actually now expanding and doing a lot of our own designs, some of our signature pieces, whether it's lighting or the furniture. And we sit down with our partner carpenter shops, little mom and pop shops, and start with just the drawing board. And then we start sourcing the materials, all recycled. They start building it. And then when we're waiting for that to happen, we actually just travel around and source artifacts, antiques, other gems. Actually, my daughter was asking sort of like what we do because she had career day at school for some other of her other classmates and their parents. So my wife Nadia said to her, you know, we're kind of like treasure hunters because we do build a lot of our own stuff, but we also just pick around and travel sort of the outskirts of the main cities, sort of remote areas, just finding things that stand out to us, things that are distinct to the culture and the region where we are in Indonesia.
Absolutely, and there's definitely no other shop in this area like Hunton Lane. It's so unique, authentic, and of course custom. You can't find any of this stuff anywhere else. So we'll go take a look at some of your custom pieces, okay?
All right.
Do you want to talk about some of these live?
Yeah, so we'll start sort of in the front of the store here. So these here are some of the pieces that we have the most fun with because each one is different from the next. So this is actually from the root structure of a teak tree, one that was previously harvested. The roots left behind underground, preserved for years, and we'll actually go and extract that, dig that up, and then utilize every bit and turn it into a table. And it's just, each one is so unique, and it kind of mimics like a driftwood look or even like a coral reef, some people say.
Absolutely. Really cool in front of a couch, in front of a main space in your home to really, you know, bump up the atmosphere, I would say.
Absolutely, yeah.
Will you tell us a little bit about these copper lighting?
Yeah, so we actually traveled to a place in the island of Java, Indonesia, central Java. It's actually at the foothills of a volcano, and this particular region is known for their metalworks, their metalsmiths. So ancient trade, and it's passed down, you know, generation to generation. So basically, if you grow up in this village, you're going to be a metalsmith and you're proud of it. That's what you do. And they make, you know, any type of sort of metalsmith stuff you can think of. So we actually did these custom lights for the shop. So it's solid copper. And we do a nice acid wash on the outside and torch it, so it gives it that nice green patina. It just kind of speeds up the oxidization process. One thing that we sort of have grown to become is a showcase of local artwork. So it just started by hanging paintings from some of my best friends on the wall to help fill the walls and, you know, furnish the walls and show people how artwork and furniture can all look together in a setting. But 5 years later, we now have people approaching us, local artists, that are interested in showing their art. And we're pretty easygoing. I'm like, yeah, if you want to bring it by, we'll check it out. If it's different from something we have, they're local, and it fits the vibe, I'm like, yeah, let's hang it up.
Absolutely.
So we have probably, I'd say, about a dozen or so local artists now. Starting over here, we have a local painter, Laura Erickson, does some really cool stuff, local landscapes, really nice textures and colors, definitely fits well with the shop. This one here is by a local artist, Eric White. One of my good friends, actually, he did a mural for us in the original store, so we had to keep that sort of trend going, and we love to have his art in here. And these here are hand-painted fish on recycled wood sourced from all over Delaware.
By Brian Quattlebaum.
Brian Quattlebaum. I think you know
My
this
husband.
artist. Oh, your husband. That's right. I knew you looked familiar. So one thing that we really enjoy is now that we're sort of comfortable with our inventory, pieces that we know what sells and what doesn't, what we like, what the people don't like, we've had some more time to sort of focus on our own designs. So this here actually is one of our signature sets. So this is our day bed. It's 100% recycled teak, powder-coated iron components. So it's entirely indoor-outdoor. And we sort of started doing this design three or so years ago, and since then have expanded sort of a whole line. We have a coffee table that goes with it now. We have an ottoman and some side tables. And it's sort of low profile, contemporary design. A lot of our stuff is kind of low profile like that, sort of luxurious,
Clean,
like boho.
sleek.
Yeah, very clean, very sleek.
The minimalist look.
Minimalist,
I like
yes,
that.
definitely,
Yes.
absolutely.
And yeah, I think
This is another part of our line here. This is actually this coffee table and bench duo we built from old bridge beams, actually, recycled bridge beams that were made out of teak and powder-coated iron. So this right here, 100% indoor-outdoor, and it is heavy,
cool.
very heavy duty. This right here is a table we built from a thing called a lumpang, which is actually a primitive tool that was used in remote Indonesia for processing rice into flour and actually grinding up coffee. Essentially, it's like a giant mortar and pestle. So really, in the outskirts, you know, or out in the remote areas of Indonesia, they're still using tools like this today, but it's kind of getting abandoned as more techniques are modernized. So this thing really should be in a museum. It has a story. It was actually used in a village, remote Indonesia, and now it's on its second or third life. We turned it into a table.
very cool. Awesome. And you also ship too? You can ship furniture as well?
We do. Oh yeah, absolutely. So we ship
And deliver?
all over the country. We deliver locally, and we ship out to the West Coast. We ship anywhere.
So do you do any sort of like design work with your custom pieces and the artwork together in homes?
So we do. I think now that we've sort of planted a seed and we have a good clientele, we're established in town now, we're starting to pick on more projects. We've done a couple residential and commercial projects where basically people come in here, they look around, they're like, wow, this is awesome. Can you make my house look like this? Or can you make my restaurant look like this? So that's something we've always wanted to do, but we, baby steps, we're getting there slowly and surely. So this past year we've done a couple residential spaces for people where we focus kind of on one room, like start from scratch and use a lot of art pieces and some local artwork. And we've also done a coffee shop, asked us to do...
I was just there.
Yeah, Rise Up Coffee Shop asked us to do their outdoor patio and basically gave us the freedom to he said, taborize it or hunt and lane it. So
nice.
That was really cool because I got to pick pieces that I've actually designed myself and also pick some plants from some local nurseries and stuff and design the whole space. And it was sort of like not last minute, but we had to do it really quickly, you know, once the season opened after lockdown. And even now in the winter when it's cold, there's still people sitting out there in the patio. Every morning I'm there, the place is bustling and it's full of people sitting there on their laptops, on our tables, or lounging on our daybed. And it's really cool and humbling
That's
to
awesome.
see.
Yeah, and I saw some pendant lights inside too.
Yes,
of
yeah,
Rise Up.
Yep, we
That's
did
awesome.
some lighting inside for them too.
Looks really good.
Coffee's even better though.
So where can people find your shop off of?
Yeah, so we are located on Wilmington Avenue, Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, right next to the Hemlope City Oyster House.
So come check them out. Thank you so much, Tabor, for joining us today. This is just one of our stops on the tour of Rehoboth, and just reminding you, everybody, to shop local this holiday season. Some of our local shops are really struggling throughout this COVID time, and we urge you to get out and not only, you don't have to shop in person, you can also go online and you can use Instagram, Facebook to check out some custom pieces and order straight from there, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Awesome. Well, thank you all so much for joining us. My name is Sarah Shoemaker. This is Tabor Bartoszewski, and we're at Hutton Lane today. I am a realtor with the Windrow Group and Keller Williams Brokerage. Don't forget to go like our Facebook page and follow us on Instagram. And of course, subscribe to our YouTube channel, the Windrow Group. And of course, invest in the beach lifestyle. Thank you so much.